This is Adrian from Horrifier, and you're listening to the Dan Chan Show.
So tonight, I've got Adrian from Norwegian death metal outfit Horrifier with me. How are you doing this evening, mate?
Great.
Bit cold in Oslo?
Very.
You got snow at the moment?
A lot, too much. It's like
a lot.
High mountains of snow.
Really? But you're used to it, right?
Yeah, but it's really extreme this year, actually.
Really? Okay.
More than usual.
So, right, really. So I got you on the show because back in December, you released your awesome album, your debut album, first full-length Horrid Resurrection, just before Christmas. It was a great Christmas present on December the 15th. You know, I know we've had the holiday season in the way and everything like that. It might have distracted people, but how's the response been to the album so far?
Over all expectations, it really took off more than we expected. Like, we were just like Spotify numbers, for example. We were at like 200 monthly listeners, and now we're at like 6,000 something. It's
really
insane.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but
and the reviews have been good because I mean I've looked at a few reviews since to make sure that everyone's thinking the same thing, and it seems like a lot of people are.
Yeah, or there have been like two kind of negative German reviews.
Oh, you're gonna get them, mate.
But like they said we were like Morbid Angel clones, and I was like, have you even listened to the album?
Exactly.
Where do you hear Morbid Angel? It's
exactly. Now, how long has the album been ready for? You know, was it a long time? You know, because you're a relatively new band, so you've released a couple of EPs, splits, I think, as well. So how long has the album been ready for before it was actually released? Has it been a long time coming?
Yeah, we. Like, our initial plan was actually to release a full-length album before the demo, actually.
Right, really?
So, So we had, like, a bunch of songs, actually. So, pretty much, we just figured we were a little bit too ambitious. So we just decided, like, let's record just 4 of the songs and make a demo, and then save the 4 others, and then we wrote 4 more songs.
So you haven't had a lot of time to evolve from doing that. It must be very similar, sort of like recording and writing time you've had, because you only got together in 2022, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah, we pretty much. It was
So, I mean, I love the production on this album. There's a lot of texture on the record, which I like. It's what I like a lot. You know, who did you have in your corner when you bringing the team together to get this done?
We had Johannes Bratteli from Field Digger. I don't know if you know them.
Right. Yeah.
We basically recorded it in our rehearsal room.
Right.
Actually.
Okay. Yeah.
So. Because we have like the computer and the recording equipment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it was pretty easy, like really relaxed, you know.
Yeah. How do you like to write the music, the 4 of you? Do you get into your rehearsal room and thrash it out together, or do you tend to write things remotely?
It's mostly me and Sander who writes the songs. Usually I have like the half a song or a finished song, and then I write the rest with Sander. And then we have the song basically ready, and then we show the other guys the songs, and then they sort of like interpret on their instruments. So drums has a lot to say of like how something is going to sound. So, a song can actually end up sounding quite different than we imagine it when the other guys put their stamp on it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And obviously, you get together, you do that. Now, like so many death metal bands, they have some disgusting track names, which obviously we all love. have you ever come up with a name that you just thought it's just too far? We can't say that. Has that ever happened?
I have notes with some very far out band names.
And you get together, you say, nah, we can't possibly use that. It's just too much.
Yeah, it becomes a little bit too ridiculous too. It's like we have to keep it somewhat serious. So,
well,
yeah.
talking about being serious, how much fun do you have writing? Is it a serious process when you're in the studio, or do you have fun doing it? You young lads, a few beers. How does it work?
We're actually pretty serious when it comes to in studio. So we get good take. Like, we don't like to drink too much and stuff like that. So we pretty much do it sober.
Well, time is money in the studio. You got to get on with it.
Yeah, but he's a friend of ours, so we get not so
special rates.
Special rates, yeah.
Nice. Now the album artwork is pretty spectacular. Who did that for you, and how much of a say do you have in that?
It was Ingrid Helland. She is a good friend of the band. She also designed the logo.
Right. It's a cool logo as well.
Yeah, I agree. It's basically, I just sent her we wanted sort of it to look like a old school horror movie poster.
Yeah.
So we sent Evil Dead and zombie flesh eaters and stuff like that as reference photos. So yeah.
And you're obviously happy with the outcome.
Yeah, it looks great.
It does look great. It's gonna look great on a t-shirt. Now, as a riff guy, how often do riffs come into your head? I mean, I'm always dreaming up riffs, and I'm not even a guitarist. How inspired do you get out and about to get those riffs in your head? Do you have moments where you just having to hum into your phone? Do you get moments where you're on the bus or on a car or walking to the street and you get inspiration? Or do you have to sit down and with your guitar and, get serious with it?
It's mostly with my guitar. I don't hum a lot in the microphone because it's kind of ridiculous. But
but from a non-guitarist point of view, you can you could come up with an idea.
I have sometimes ideas inside my head.
Right.
It's somewhat, and I try to play it on the guitar, but it usually never the exact same. It's right. It always turns out different than in my head.
Yeah. Because obviously being riffy, how do you get goosebumps when you've come up with an absolute banger? You're you can't wait to show the rest of the guys. You're like,
maybe, I don't know. It's I get this insane sprees of inspiration where I just write 4 or 5 songs in a stretch of 3 months or something.
Right, I see.
And yeah.
So is it safe to say now this album's out and you've been written for quite a while. Have you started process of new tracks?
Yeah, a lot. Really? We have pretty much half an album's worth of material plus things for an EP.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Awesome. Now let's go back in time a little bit. Now, as I said, the band is very, very new. When did it all start? How did it all happen? How did you all get together?
Well, we all went to this thing in Norway called Folkeskole. It's basically between high school that's the thing before university, right? Yeah. So basically, it's this type of school you can go to, where you can delve into your interests. So you can between if you don't know what you want to study for university, you can so there's a lot of different classes, and we went to one that was exclusively for metal and rock.
Right, okay, cool.
So we met there, and then but we didn't start a band before after we were finished. So we originally was actually a thrash metal band, just me and Sander before the 2 other guys joined. But So we jammed a little bit, maybe like autumn of 2021, and then we got the other guys with us, and we pretty much started rehearsing like early 2022.
Right. Okay. And obviously, you guys all come from the same kind of influences. What's your personal influences and what got you to where you are now?
Definitely Autopsy. I mean, we have ripped off a lot of there, but also like I like to put like obviously Autopsy with like doomy stuff and like D-beat stuff, but also like Soulside Journey by Dark Throne and Repulsion, Impetigo, and more like grindy stuff.
Yeah. Where did you discover your voice? Did you have to find it? Because I did think it when I heard you for the first time, and I did read it as well. That Asphyx is Martin Van Drunen is mentioned. You've got his style, and I've had him on the show before. He's a great guy. That style, it's almost uncanny in a good way, not in you copying way. Where did you come up with your own kind of like? How did you find that voice?
That was actually by accident, because I was really sick that day.
Really?
So like my voice live isn't that raspy, actually.
Right. Yeah.
At least I think it's difficult to like you hear your voice differently in your head, but I had like a really sore throat that day. And
when you were recording the album, you had a sore throat.
The album. Yeah.
So you basically put on record this amazing voice that was basically an accident.
Yeah, I was suffering.
Wow. And you did that. So how quick were the vocals done over like a few sessions? Because obviously you got to try and keep that same sound.
Yeah, we basically it's a blur, but I think we quickly just like did bass, like went through all the song and did like scratch vocals, and then the next day like finished and polished stuff and did some new takes and stuff, but yeah, so it was basically just really fast.
Wow.
So
now, I'm amazed there's never been a Horrifier band before. How did you drill down on the name, and has there been other Horrifiers? I didn't really check it out.
Yeah, there's another band. They actually sent us an email.
Did they really?
Claiming that they had the copyright on the band name.
No one has copyright on band
Yeah,
name.
I was like, get the fuck
Bullshit.
out of here. Like,
no one has copyright on a word. Fucking hell. I mean, you're not Metallica.
Yeah, we got the name from... I was first thinking of Horrified because of Repulsion.
Yeah.
But then, as you do when you're a new band nowadays, you check metal archives and a lot of Horrifieds. So I was like, there's this really cool Norwegian, I don't know if you've heard of them, thrash metal band called Condor.
Right.
They have a really, really great album called Unstoppable Power. And the last track on that album is called Horrifier.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, that's the name.
It's cool. It works so well for you guys. Now, being from Oslo, what's it like producing metal in a city/country with such huge metal history? I mean, I'm off to see Abbott tomorrow night. You know what I mean? Like, what an absolute, the history of Norway. It must give you a little bit of a step up when you're producing music from Norway. Do you feel special?
I don't really think about it that much. We're kind of spoiled.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I mean, how old are you? How old are you, Adrian?
22.
So you won't remember the old black metal scene from the mid-90s. Is it what's the record shop called in Oslo? I went there, but it was closed on a bank holiday. Nesblod, is it? Nesblod?
Yeah, Nesblod.
Do you go there often?
I used to, but records are expensive.
True.
I get like tempted because there's so much cool shit there. You have
I've seen online how much cool, like
Yeah, like
even just museum like archive stuff is pretty
like
insane.
original pressings, and you get like, oh, my my wallet is hurting.
Yeah, for sure. Now, show wise, what's happening this year? What's festivals and tours are in the bag already? Anything set up?
Yeah, we are playing Bergen with the Contorted, and then with Eternal Evil in Oslo.
Wow.
Then Inferno Festival, and lastly Hellbottom Metal Fest. So that's it
So far,
so far.
are you hoping to get out of Scandinavia and get into Germany to sort those reviewers out and maybe down to other
Yeah,
parts of Europe?
gonna find them and
Yeah.
revoke their journalist
Yeah,
license.
exactly. So what can we expect from a Horrifier show? I'm looking forward to seeing you live one day. What's from your perspective, what's a show like?
Hopefully intense and sweaty.
Yeah.
And yeah.
What's on the bucket list for maybe this year, maybe a couple of years' time? And obviously a second album, we've discussed that, but what would you like to achieve? What would you like to do? Festivals or certain country or certain venue or tour with certain bands? What would you like to achieve?
Yeah, we'd like to play outside of Norway, obviously. We have some other plans too that is not show related. We are planning on doing a split with another band,
Cool.
hopefully.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much the plans for next year.
Awesome.
Or this year.
This year, no, it feels strange that we are in 2024 now. Now, I, along with many others, believe you're the ones to watch for this year. How do you respond to that?
Yeah, that's cool to hear. It's I don't know, it's gone so fast. Really, it's like December last year we played our first show. It's gone so quickly. It's
so December. Insane. So sorry, December 23 or December 22?
December 22.
Right. So over a year ago.
Yeah.
13 months ago. Wow. Have you played many shows? Have you done much?
Yeah, we have played maybe 12 shows or something. Yeah. 15. I don't remember.
And you've obviously got a thirst for, what do you prefer? Do you prefer the stage or do you prefer the writing process? What's your favorite?
Live is more fun, but writing can be as rewarding too, but it can also be very frustrating when you're stuck, and also recording is also very frustrating.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you're never happy.
Yeah, no, I understand. Now, as a guitar guy, in your opinion, what is the heaviest riff of all time?
Heaviest riff of all time?
In your 22 years of listening to music, which obviously maybe like last 10, what is the heaviest riff you've heard? Or the one that gets you going. The one that gets you going the most.
Depends what you mean by heavy. Because
what gives you the stink face? What gives you the, turned up nose? What gets you going?
That's a difficult question. Maybe I don't know, heavy, but stink face, all the Sepultura, stuff from Schizophrenia, even though I don't know if it's heavy, but stink face, definitely.
Awesome. Now, what's the most used emoji in your phone?
Used emoji in my phone? I don't know. Probably something cheesy skull emoji or
keep it metal, boy.
Emoji or something.
Some chains. Now,
yes.
In 3 words, describe the band.
Fast, slow, and mid paced.
Everyone's got to listen to the album now to realize that's the truth. Now, finally, what one Horrifier track should I play next and why? What one track would you play? If someone said, what is Horrifier? You'd put this track on and go, this is us.
Probably, yeah. Injected Chorus, probably, because it has both doomy stuff and the blast beats.
Yeah. bit of everything. Awesome. Well, Adrian, thanks so much for joining me on the show tonight. I'm wishing you all the best for the new album. I'm hoping that you get out of Norway and I get to see you somewhere down south in Europe somewhere.
Yeah, thank you. Likewise.